Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Double honors be unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us His 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful, like that to pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you welcome to say Shalom. I'm the accurate. I'm from the servants Yahweh Yahushai can come in, in with a quick lesson based off the spirit on this one, but as you see in the daily verse, it's the book of Joshua, the 10th chapter, verse 32, which I'm gonna, read it, and then Lord will, some precepts come into mind, but it reads on and say, and the Lord delivered Lachish into the hand of Israel, all right, which took on the Salakim Masar, verse 31. And this is basically going into, when Joshua was on the scene and leading us, conquering the cities, man. All right, taking over our land. We were kicking ass. Or we were kicking you Canaanites, you Hivites, you Hittites, you Jebusites, all you heathen out the land. And some of them that were hard to eradicate, if you will, and stayed on, hey, they were tributaries, man. All right, so you guys served us. Like, if I'm not mistaken, the Gibeonites or Gideonites, I forget, but somewhere around there in this book. But basically going to us taking over the land. But starting out verse 31, it says, and Joshua passed from Libnah and all Israel with him into Lachish and encamped against it and fought against it. So they practically, if I'm not mistaken, they basically just sieged it. And the Lord delivered Lachish into the hand of Israel, which took it on the second day and smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein, according to all that he had done to Libnah. See, so the Lord delivered the whole city of Lachish and all the people, all the inhabitants, and they all got smote with the edge of the sword, man. So the Lord did that. Then that goes to show you that the Lord ain't all good, man. Because what these wacky techie Christians like to bring out is the fact that the Lord is all about peace and love, and that it goes to the point where you just ask a random person and they desperately try and find some kind of excuse, to defend the Lord as a only good passive power, saying things like that's why people tell you to not be in certain areas in the wrong time because something bad could happen because the Lord can't control. Well, the Lord can control everything, man. All right, the idea of free will is all bullshit, man. As a matter of fact, the Lord's in control. If I can find a precept to that. Bear with me, and because the Lord's in control of all this thing. Everything that you see before you, all this, judgment coming forth, that's all the Lord. So this is a book of Proverbs, the 16th chapter. Verse 1, it reads, the preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. See, and you look into that word heart, and it goes back to the Hebrew word la'ab, which means mind, right? The brain. And I always stress that out. I always bring that out, that the word heart means mind, all right, the brain, because that is where the consciousness is, all right? That is where your spirit resides, all right? Anytime about your physical organ, your blood pumping organ, it has no mind of its own, all right? Because it not be bugged out, all right? You have constant thoughts, two minds, constantly fighting against each other, right? Let's do this. No, because the Lord is a power of knowledge, man. He thought about everything perfectly, man. All right, you have to realize all that time he spent all by himself before he created the foundations of the earth, before he created Yahushua, before he created the spirits, before he created time. It was just him and only him. All right, that's no beginning. So you have to realize all that time he spent by himself, he was meditating, man. So the preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. See, so all the ways of man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirits. But going back to Joshua 10th chapter, verse 32, it mentioned how the Lord delivered it into their hands. So the Lord was the one turning the tide, if you will, man. As a matter of fact, in the book of Isaiah, the 45th chapter, goes into how the Lord it creates evil and good. Isaiah the 45th chapter, verse 7, it says, I form the light and create darkness. Yeah, all right, he created Jacob and Esau, all right? We're that light, all right? Because we have that knowledge. We have the understanding of the scriptures. We understand these secrets. We understand the counsel of the dark sayings, all that stuff, all right? And it's only given unto us. That's why Yahweh Shai made the mention unto you is giving the mysteries of the kingdom, all right? And these mysteries also being the fact that the Lord is a terrible power, that he has a just balance. You guys can understand that, man. You guys don't even know what a just balance is, you know? Going on says, and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. See, so the Lord is the one in control. I, the Lord, do all these things. So, you know, like the other Apostle Tahar said, then there must be something wrong with the Most High. Because, you know, there must be something wrong with the Most High. You know, he would basically get on these wacky-tacky Christians. And the lesson did last night, if I'm not mistaken, or a couple of days ago, 7 days ago, a week ago. But he made the mention, see, then something wrong must be with the Most High. You know, questioning you damn Christians, man. You damn wacky-tacky Christians. You know, because you guys all believe that the Lord's all about goodness and whatnot. No, man, the Lord controls both sides, man. So Joshua the 10th chapter, verse 32. You know, man, it went into how it said, and the Lord delivered Lachish into the hand of Israel, which took on the second day and smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein. Hey, no mercy, man. You know, no mercy. The Lord always made mention that he only loves those that love him and hates those who hate him. All right, which the majority of your spirits, you guys hate the Lord, man. All right, the only spirits that actually love the Lord are the elect. That's it. Hey, and what's going to come buried the fourth upon the earth? Mass destruction, man. You know, hey, we ain't prophesying about peace, man. We're prophesying about evil. So this is a book of. So those about making killing again. So the book of Matthew the 10th chapter verse 34 reads, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword." Hey, see, so all you wicked Christians are waiting on your sweet Jesus coming to save you guys. All right, and all the angels, you know, flying around, bringing you together, hold hand in hand, like MLK, you know, starting this freaking speech. No, but the scripture says otherwise, man. See, for I'm come to send a man variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And this is an example of the terror that's coming, man. All right, all this tribulation, because people are gonna be against each other, man, to the point where persecution will arise. All right, neighbor against neighbor, you know, all for the lack of bread and whatnot. See, all this is pain, man. All this is pain. All right, nothing good about it, you know. But I also wanted to get our priest going on how the Lord will let us smite. Hey, because you guys read about how you guys take Exodus the 20th chapter to a whole extreme, saying, you know, you cannot kill anybody, period. You know, hey, but you got constant prophets a slave, but because of a righteous manner, man. That's why, you know, that's why the Lord didn't punish our people after they smote the whole city. All right, they killed old, young, maid, and man. All right, maid, women, and child. All right, they killed everybody. You know, no mercy. So you read about in Exodus 20th chapter where it goes into how in the 13th verse, thou shalt not kill. Basically, when thou shalt not kill unjustly, all right, without manner, all right, just outright murder somebody for outright hatred. Now that's going off. Whereas the Lord will constantly deliver, you know, certain evil spirits to be brought to judgment. All right, by the hand of the righteous, by the hand of his men. As a matter of fact, Samuel was the one that slew the Edomite king. If I can get that out. Basically going to when we know when Saul got rejected once again. All right, because he disavowed the Lord by not slaying the whole city. Actually, I'm gonna get that out. I'm gonna bring out those precepts. As a matter of fact, the Lord had it to where he commanded Saul to slay all the animals. And what the animals do, man? As a matter of fact, the Lord's gonna slay, you know, the animal, the fish in the sea. All right, all the beasts on the earth are gonna get slew. And what do? Well, the Lord has no mercy, man. You know, the Lord is not respected of persons. He could do whatsoever he pleases. All right, and also he's gonna do that to humble down you prideful spirits, man. All right, to go to show you how the Lord will you know, kill an innocent creature. All right, by the ICBMs. how much more man? All right, especially you wicked, man. And that's when Isaiah the 3rd chapter illustrates out how, the wicked shall receive a reward, a reward from their fruit. Roughly paraphrasing right there. But this is the book of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, and this is the Lord speaking, I'm mistaken, Saw, but goes on to say verse, also like I got Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, wrong precept. I meant to get out, Salakia, bear with me, Akim. The book of 1 Samuel, actually, Ezekiel, the 9th chapter is also a beautiful precept. He was commanding the death angels to slay old and young. Actually, I'm just going to get that out as well, before I get out 1 Samuel. This is the Lord speaking, man. Read this. Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is a mark. And who are those men that have that mark is spiritual? All right, ain't talking about no MOTB. It's talking about a spiritual mark. That mark of exemption. Because we understand that there's people, spirits exempt from judgment, which exempt meaning, delivered from it, and spirits delivered to it. All right, so the ones that have that spiritual mark are exempt from the judgment. They're going to be delivered from it. Whereas you evil spirits, which is the majority of you billions of spirits on this earth right now, you guys are delivered to judgment. So, but come not near any man upon whom is a mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Yeah, beginning with Jake, man, because even when the Lord will raise up that standard, hey, we're gonna go for you Jake, man. Then you crackers afterwards. So it goes on to say the death angels. Then they began at the ancient men which are before the house. Oh man, see. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth, and they went forth and slew in the city. Hey, so the Lord wanted you Jake out, man. All right, and he's gonna want these people out as well. Hey, the Lord ain't no passive power who loves all. The Lord could really hate, man. That's why he's known as the King of Terrors. And that's what, this lesson is basically going at the terror of the Lord, man. I'm just gonna entitle it the terror of the Lord. Because, man, he's not to be meddled with. The Lord ain't to be meddled with. So I'm gonna get out the book of Job, the 18th chapter. All right. Job, the 18th chapter, Salakia. Verse 14, it reads, his confidence, and basically going to Esau, all right, your confidence will be rooted out. All right, because you're all puffed up, you think you know what, no, you know nothing, all right? So trying to go against the Lord, you're going to fail. You're going to lose severely, man, all right, very, very badly. So, Salakia. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the King of Terrors. That's talking about the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Man, the Lord is not to be one to be meddled with, man. And even I'm getting chills from doing this lesson. All right, even I'm getting chills. Kind of having, thoughts about not uploading it because of Esau, but we're still gonna do it. Why? Because we're all here about making you aware of what's happening. As a matter of fact, the Apostle Paul even said, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. All right? So, going back to, I wanted to get out the book of 1 Samuel to prove the point that the Lord had it to, where he commanded Saul to slay utterly old and young, and the animals, and the beasts. So, 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, verse 2, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Yeah, because of that, when we came out of our land, and the Amalek, which is the head tribe of the nation of Edom, just randomly came up against us, that sparked the eternal rivalry between the two, man. All right, which there was already rivalry between the two since the belly, and even before that. All right, going back to the past incarnations, Cain and Abel and the serpent and the righteous line. All right, with Adam. But it all goes back to even before then, right? So there's always been that rivalry. But against the Amalekites, oh man, you guys got it worse. All right, you elites out there, you top banking families out there. All right, like, you guys think of it as slimy, beasts. Hey, watch what's gonna happen in the kingdom. See? So, now go and smite Amalek, verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not. See? The Lord's the one doing this, man. And it's a righteous thing to slay the Amalekites. Back then. And it's going to be a righteous thing to bring forth judgment upon them eventually, very soon. All right, not right now because they're still in rule. All right, although it's falling, that doesn't mean that because you got Sakari out there. Hey, they be beating on Edom. No, man. All right, like the apostles say, those Edomites be beating on could be Jake, man. Speckled birds, and they don't even know it. You guys don't even know it. So you clowns out there, man, you're not even supposed to be doing that right now because you're not in power. All right, the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter, even goes into how what's that one? Agree with thine advisory or adversary. So like it, agree with thine adversary. Agree with thine adversary. Let's say take thee up to the judge, and that's what you had various examples of various false prophets do that, man. But going on, it says, but slay both men and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. All right, which that ass is talking about a donkey. All right, so don't start laughing, man. And as a matter of fact, going down, it goes into how Samuel slew. All right, that's the point I wanted to bring out. Samuel slew the king of Amalek after Saul, disavowed the Lord and preserved the animals and the king. So, going on, it says, 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, verse 31, it says, so Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshipped the Lord. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately. Hey, Agag was freaking terrified, man. He was scared, man. Came in all delicately, all soft and humble down. So, and Agag came unto him delicately, and Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces. Oh, shoot. Man, that's gore right there. That's a gory scene. And Samuel, a great prophet of the Lord, hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal. Hey, you see, man? Hey, so... there is a thing such as a righteous, a slaying and a wicked slaying. All right, that's why the Lord said, "Thou shalt not kill," going to unjust murders. But the Lord will here and there have it to where men of the Lord will slay the wicked, and it'll be a righteous thing. As a matter of fact, you go back to the spiritual world and you're happy right there. So, and there's gonna be a lot of ass kicking in the kingdom. We'll just wait, man. All right, because we're gonna set up the earth in righteousness, nothing else. So, damn, and that gave me chills, But I'm just gonna end it off right there until the next one. I say shalom.